EA Sports. Coming up, Big Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. To return, it's Cam Sutton. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 4 catches, 72 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's to the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. This is Jalen Richard. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A look now at the Oakland offense.
Come out of the backfield is Marshawn Lynch, and there was so much attention on him in 2017 after a year away from the NFL, and he produced with over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. But I thought they started slowly with him in 2017. I think in 2018, he's going to get the ball pretty fast and pretty often.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Sutton now to return. Look at the spin. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's how they'll line things up on the defensive side of the ball for Oakland. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now Bell, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Down to the 25. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Roethlisberger will throw. Now dead hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Get down! 180! It's a hunt!
Carr gives to Rashard. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Pretty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Boswell for the extra point. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Come on, boys, come on. Get down. 185.
From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Get down. 180.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Down. 180.
Carr now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
First carry for Doug Martin, the two-time Pro Bowler in Tampa. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Down, 185.
They give to Martin, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Carr to throw on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Now Carr, the Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McDonald. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Hunter. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Pass interference, defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
All right, here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. It got his man complete. And now running right through it. And all the way down to the 29. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where 5 quarters couldn't decide a winner. This one ends in a tie. From there, let's head over to New Era Field to see what's happening with the Bills. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Josh McCown, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football from Charlotte. A good late-season NFC South matchup between the Saints and the Panthers. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Sutton now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Again, it's Bell shedding the tackle. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. A spin, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. And after After getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Martin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They run again on first down. Martin, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Martin. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Carr on the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On the give, this is their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
And now here come the Raiders. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Down! 180!
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete. It's Bryant. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Down! 185!
Again, it's Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Carr. This one complete to Doug Martin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Down! 185!
From the gun, Carr. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Drops it off to Martin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He's back to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Myers able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Big Ben has the knowledge, certainly the weapons to pull this off. We know he's done it many times in the past.
And that transmits itself to the rest of the offensive unit because these guys know that with Big Ben leading them, they've got a lot of confidence they can get it done.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Ben to throw again. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were open to break free, some sort of miracle.